willkommen, willkommen. Ich starte jetzt etwas früher als gedacht. So, ja, was ihr jetzt schon die ganze Zeit gehört habt, war die TR-8s und ja, die blubberte so vor sich hin. Und starte jetzt schon mal mit dem Stream, dann ist das nämlich gleich ein bisschen entspannter. Dann können wir nämlich jetzt schon mal so ein bisschen quatschen. Insofern das Bild auf YouTube umschwenkt, das tut es hier gerade noch nicht. Wieso auch immer. Gucken wir mal hier, alles gut. Ja, dann wird das bestimmt gleich kommen. Gucken wir mal. Das ist ja immer was, ne? Start. Diese Lampen sind aber auch echt extrem hell. So. Ja, bevor wir hier richtig starten, der Stream wird multilingual. Das heißt, ich versuche einiges auf Englisch, einiges auf Deutsch. Das kommt ganz drauf an, wer noch zuhört. Jetzt werde ich noch so ein bisschen Smalltalken hier, sofern noch keine Fragen kommen oder irgendwas. Gucken wir mal. Schauen wir mal hier auf Facebook. Ach nee, habe ich ja hier. Gucken. Teilen wir den Link am besten auch gleich nochmal in verschiedenen Gruppen. Zip und zip. In einer Gruppe. Dann teilen wir die noch in Sync. Ja, in der Gruppe. Ja, und posten. Gucken wir, dass wir noch ein paar Interessenten hier bekommen. Denn das ist schon toll. Es gibt bis jetzt noch nicht wirklich Videos von der Gssl-909. Und das wollen wir natürlich ändern. Denn das Teil ist echt Wahnsinn. Und das wäre schon cool. So, do it yourself, haben wir das auch nochmal. Ah, guck mal, super. Der Stanislav hat es auch schon geteilt. Das ist schön. So, und dann teilen wir das noch in einer anderen Gruppe. Und zwar in der Beringer Gruppe. Wir haben ja die neuen. Zack. Gut. Okay. Jetzt ist auch, glaube ich, gut. So, ihr könnt natürlich die Fragen entweder auf YouTube, das fände ich am besten, weil da kriege ich es auch am schnellsten mit. Und dann können wir auch gleich irgendwann mal starten. Deswegen bleiben wir jetzt noch mal ein bisschen online. Wo ruckelt das? Warum ruckelt das denn so? Ist das noch an dem Wartebild? Das muss ich mal ausmachen hier. So. Gucken. Immer noch 64%. Meine Güte. Das Maus. Die Musik nehmen wir raus. Immer noch pervers. Pervers, hohe Prozessorlast. Schauen wir noch einfach mal. Bevor wir hier gleich loslegen. Ja, OBS, Dankeschön. Videodecoder. Okay. It is wie it is. Gut. Ich hoffe, das Video kommt bei euch halbwegs flüssig an. Bei mir ruckelt das ein bisschen. Allerdings haben wir am Wochenende auch einen echt großen Livestream mit Tao-Events gehabt. Und ich lade gerade parallel noch die Videoaufnahmen hoch und die Audioaufnahmen. Das verbraucht vielleicht gerade ein bisschen Energie. So, also falls ihr Fragen habt, dann könnt ihr die vielleicht jetzt schon mal in den Chat stellen. Dann kann ich da gleich direkt drauf eingehen oder es ein bisschen gliedern. Ja, ich kann ja hier schon mal ein bisschen teasern. Hier so. Ja, da stehen die beiden Teile. Da gehen wir auch gleich mit der externen Kamera nochmal ran. Ach nee, ihr habt das noch gar nicht gesehen. So, da stehen die beiden Teile. Und da gehen wir gleich mit der anderen Kamera mal näher ran. Dann könnt ihr die auch richtig sehen. So, okay, ja, wie gesagt, es wird ja multilingual. So I try to describe some in English and some in German. Feel free to ask your questions. And I try my best to give you the answer in your language. Preferred in English or German. German are better for me. But we will see. Ja, für die, die jetzt schon mal zuschauen, die beiden Drumcomputer sind per Audio an den Scarlett 18i20 angebunden und gehen hier erstmal rein in Ableton Live. Sind jetzt allerdings noch keine Filter drauf. Das ist ja Blödsinn, weil wir wollen ja erstmal damit anfangen, die Sounds ein bisschen zu zeigen und zu vergleichen. Und dann können wir ein bisschen Schindluder treiben. So, okay, for the English viewers, my drum computers are directly connected via Scarlett 18i20 to my computer or to my Mac, and then it goes to Ableton Live, and this output goes to my streaming software, so we can do various things with filters. Yeah, feel free to ask questions, and I start with my program at around about 20 o'clock, and before it was good it's very good when you ask your questions, so I can set it in the right placement for my video. So we are waiting a few minutes before I start. In the background, the sounds are from the TR-8s that's triggered my SR-909. So the SR-909 is muted. So we only heard the TR-8s at the moment. Yeah, you see it. It blinks. Yeah, this live stream was very spontaneous because I have many work at the moment, and the build of the SR-909 have need more time as I have planned, because I have damaged a switch and was waiting for it. So I have spent some time to make it sweeter for me. Können wir hier eigentlich auch noch mal. So when you don't speak English or German, I hope that's not the problem. Use a translator from Google to send your answer your question in English or German, so I can try to explain all your questions. I can do it louder, so I can show you the Ableton setup at the moment. Let's hear. Oh, so. And here are the TR-8s. I give them the name. Yeah, TR-8s and SR-909. So a little bit more volume. Dum, dum, dum. Yeah, stay tuned. I start in a few of minutes. Yeah, the TR-8 is blinking all the time. I like this drum computer as well, but it's not analog. Roland says ACB is like analog, but digital is digital. So that's it. Oh, I want to share. Wo ist denn jetzt hier? So, wo kann ich denn jetzt mein Video teilen? Ah, lustig. Muss ich wahrscheinlich hier nochmal drauf gehen. Yes. Habe ich es einfach so geteilt? Okay. Okay. So I think we can start. So I can check that I have pictures for you from the build of the SR-909. I must check it before we start the official part. So here's I can show you a picture from the last weekend. It's so nice. It's a live setup, or the DJ setup from Taro events from the last weekend. We make some streaming events, and in the end of the year we try to make a party, and next year we plan a festival over more as one day here in Ruhrgebiet. Very nice. So let me check the pictures. pictures from the inside. No, 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 not a good picture. Ah, yes, yeah. Okay. This picture I can show you. This. Yeah. Okay. Great. So, please feel free to ask your questions. Fühlt für euch frei, Fragen zu stellen. Ich versuche die Fragen in Deutsch oder Englisch zu beantworten. Das kommt auf den Fragesteller an. So I try to answer your question in English when you ask in English. On the other side in German. But I try my best. My English is not the best, but I give all to you to give you a good experience with me in the evening and the SR-909. Okay, I think enough waiting for enough viewers. So I stopped the drum computer. Yes, a short delay. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Willkommen zum Stream. I don't know where are you. So I talk a little bit in English and a little bit in German. Yeah, I want to show you the SR-909 and one or two pictures from the build of the SR-909. Here I give you a view of it. Up. So here, that's the SR-909, the great baby. Same measurement of the TR-909, but the parts are, it's easier to order on the world as the original from 1984 and the TR-8s. So yes, very great babies. And yeah, the build was very easy. Okay. So one moment. Some questions here on my phone. Okay. Yeah. The build I have need round about 36 hours to build the 909. The complicated part was this. Yeah, this is the main board from the SR-909. I think every one of you have seen the pictures on the Steda Electronics Facebook site. This PCB is easy to build. The full project is easy to build when you work exactly with the signs on the PCB. Every part is signed. I can show you this here, R35354 or D82. And it's necessary that you work here exactly and correctly, so you don't have problems after the build. From my side, it was very easy, and I have switched it on and it works. So it's not a good starter project because so many parts. I think Stanislav has said around about 1,500 parts on the SR-909. That's much parts. But I have I was very lucky that my works from the beginning on. Yeah. For everyone that have ordered one, it needs round about 3 or 4 months at the moment, I think, to become one of the SR-909. The last pre-order is over, and when I have read it right, the next is in April. So when you want one, please order it now. The sound is great. So I check the next picture here. Yeah, that's a sequencer board. The sounds is exactly the same. So I have read some comments that any people says it sounds like the same as the TR-909 in view of the clap. That's shit, because the clap is the 909 was a complete analog instrument, and analog instrument sounds anytime other than before, because it's yeah, the sound varies about the temperature of the room or the temperature of the drum computer. The old capacitors can be dry, and that's all beeinflusst. Na, ich komme nicht auf den Namen. That's all change the sound. And in my opinion, it's not okay to say, hey, it sounds different, because I have tried, and you will be heard when I compare it with the TR-8s, that it sounds very similar. The only difference what I have heard is toms. The toms from the TR-8s have more bass, more sound in the deeper frequencies, but it's not easy to compare, because the ACB technology from TR-8s is like different as analog devices, and we all don't know what for a TR-909 have Roland used to compare the sounds and program this in the ACB technology. And I think they have put some equalizers on it, or put some yeah, effects after this, and program this like more full and not like the original. Yeah, you will hear it. Okay. Oh, that's not the view. That's the view. Okay. So, haben wir hier eigentlich mehr Deutsche oder mehr Englischsprachige? Könnt ihr euch ja mal ganz kurz dazu äußern. Es würde mir nämlich einiges vereinfachen, wenn wir hier Deutsch reden könnten. Yeah, please write your preferred language in the chat here on YouTube, or I can have a view on Facebook. But there's nothing. Okay. Yeah. So then I put my second camera, so we can program a pattern. For this, I switched the TR-909 on. So, and the TR-8 is off. Yes. Okay. So then let us. Oh. Okay, I see I have a great delay in my second camera. So wait a second. I try to fix this. 999. So here, reconnect. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so here are the SR-909, and at the moment I don't have a pattern there, and I am at the pattern write mode. You see it on the blinking LED here, and I clear this pattern. Look what I have done. Okay, I have made shit. That's a problem because the TR-8s has played the same pattern on the SR-909, and at this it doesn't work. So nehmen wir uns das Pattern and clear. So now you don't hear a pattern, that's right. And now we have the instruments, so we can play it here. But a good idea is to do it in the tab mode. 1 second. Okay. I don't like the program modus from the TR SR-909. So we use normal mode. So now you hear the first sounds from the SR-909. Now this is the bass drum, and this is a configuration for the bass drum at the moment. That's shit that I don't have more hands. So we program the accent. It's a little bit louder. So this is the bass drum, and I think it's great. A little distortion in it. Oh, the sound is okay. Yeah. So it's a bass drum. Sounds great on headphones. I don't want to talk too much here when we hear the sound, so I'm a little bit quiet and program a pattern for you. Now the rim shots. And the hand clap that all says not the same. Bullshit. So you hear a light flanger in the sound. That flanger exists about the noise generator in the SR-909. The original SR-909 has one noise generator, and it's used for the clap and the snare. And when you use the snare on the clap sounds like a little bit flanged. So when I use it, so it sounds different. Closed. I like it very well. And the open. A little bit 4 on the floor. headphones. Ah, okay. So, 1 second. Better. So I log on my browser. Yeah. So my last video, I have missed a crash. Sorry for this. And the right. Yeah, for me it sounds like the same. I don't know that people says it sounds different. Okay, so I think the best question. Oh, wurde entfernt. Oh. Yeah, I've shared the video in a synth community, and this have deleted my post. Ha. Selbst schuld. So, and delete the pattern so we can hear it, and I try the same. There's no question from you, okay? So we will use a free pattern to program the same. The good is that the TR-8s send the same trigger, MIDI triggers out, so the TR-8s and TR-909 can play the same pattern on the same time. You see, when I press play, it's working. And now I set same drum computers on the same level of volume, that we can hear the same. When you hear a noise in the background, the noise comes from my 3D printer that is working for 2 days at the moment. Okay. So, and now here you can see I use the TR-909 kit. Yes, that's what we want. And now we can program the bass drum. At the moment you hear this, both bass drums. So I mute the SR-909. That's the TR-8s. And now we switch to the TR-909. The problem is that that's a different configuration. The TR-8s was tuned a little bit lower. I try it the same. Yeah. And a little bit shorter is this. So it's long. Okay. So it's similar. The only difference is in the configuration of the poties to change the sound. Okay. So now we go over to the snare drum. And we only want the snare drum. And you hear the snare drum here from their TR-8s is higher pitched. I think I can do it here as well. It's much higher. Yeah, it's the same. Okay. And I think the toms we can left at the moment, and the interesting is the hand clap. So we must meet it here on the SR-909. At the moment we hear the SR-909 clap. And this is the clap from the TR-8s. Yeah. So it's a little bit more pitched. So yeah. And people says that's a great difference. I hear it. Okay. Oh no. Yeah. So I unmute the. So okay. So this is the SR-909 and this is the TR-8s. Yeah. That's TR-8s and the SR-909. Yeah, and some people says that's a great difference between the same between the drum machines. I think now. Okay, so we can use all the same. And it sounds like the same. I can do what I want and to program. Yeah. This is the SR-909 from the sound. And these are the TR-8s, and the TR-8s sounds a little bit more bassy in my ears. So, and yeah, but it's the same. When you compare it with the original TR-909, you will hear that the sound is completely the same. So what rim shot? We have rim shot, snare shot, low tom. Yeah, at the moment, only the SR-909. And we can switch the TR-8s. TR-8s is a little bit louder at the moment. I can try to make it louder in Ableton. So, and this, yeah, that's better. TR-8s. And TR SR-909. And the switch. And from my perspective, the SR-909 sounds very better as TR-8s. It's more crunchy, a warmer sound. It's not a secret that you must put effects or a compressor behind the drum computer to make it fatter. Some people means that they can order the original and have the great fat sound that they have heard in some tracks or anywhere else. That's shit. You must put effects after this. So, and when you hear the TR-8s, that's a complete new produced sound, a complete new produced product, and that's not to compare with the SR-909. But when you hear it, you hear the small difference, but you hear also that it sounds like the original. And when I hear the comments or read the comments that people says, "Oh no, that's a great difference," blah blah blah, that's shit. That's shit. I said at the beginning of the stream that every 909 sounds different, and one person can show me 2 or 3 CR909 that sounds complete like the other. I'm sure that's no. Okay. It's possible that you have give it to a service and they fix it, all the components that have problems with age, and replace the capacitors, etc., etc. And then it's possible that's like the same. Okay. So I have one question in Facebook. They ask me, please set saturation or distortion on the device and show me that it sounds like the same. So I give you the screen share. I make this great. So that's the screen share of my Ableton and SR-909 TR-8s, and we use distortion or an overdrive. No, it's was sounds look. Setzen wir auf den Master. So I use this effect on the master, and you see there's no effects on it. And we use this distortion on the master, so we have the same configuration. So let us hear it. Oh, that's the sound of the SR-909. I killed some switches here. So this is the bass drum. can make it a little bit louder. Get more drive. Here the cable is missing a little bit noisy. So now. So this is the TR-909 in the TR-8s. Yeah, the cable is a little bit noisy. Yeah, you hear that here I have used good cables and a better connection to my audio interface. Yeah, you hear it here. That's a shit overdrive, I think. That's not a good sound. That's better. Yeah, you hear the sounds from the computer or the audio interface beside of the bad cables. So, and yeah, and here the TR-8s. Oh, great, I can do it so. Yeah. It's a bit different configuration. One moment. Yeah, that's shit that I have bad cables here. No, yeah, that's different at the moment. Yeah, that's the difference when you use good cables and bad cables. At the moment I use a bad cable. You heard here the SR-909 is off at the moment, and you hear it, and here it is quiet, and here it is very noisy. Yeah, that's the cable that makes the difference at the moment. That's not a good demonstration, but I don't have tried with the distortion. Yeah, here's a little bit longer. Yeah, but you hear it sounds really like the same. Yeah, I like the sound. I like it very well. Yeah, that's with distortion and without. So I look on the screen. No questions at the moment. Give it a topic that you want to talk, or give it a sound that you want to hear, a configuration that I want to hear. I'm sorry for the bad cable. That sounds very bad with the distortion. Oh, I like the sound. That's great. Great, 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 great. Quatsch. Yeah, it's very important that you know that you must use effects after this to give the TR-909 the typical punch and the typical volume in the sound. Yeah, I like it. So we can try to use the compressor here. So you can have the same USA. Yeah, you at the moment you heard the SR-909 that sounds inside compression. Just got the distortion kit. There's an ask from Facebook. Sound much better and the TR-8s sounds flat. Ah, great, G-stringer. Yes, I don't know. Do you have here the comparison some minutes before, or do you know there? I got the distortion kick. For some reason I asked on Facebook. Yeah, I can do it again. That's not a problem. So drive and an overdrive. So yes, I just said okay, great. Yeah, the cable is bad. I like it. So great. Just called a distortion case. Yeah. I think the same. It's warmer, it's better, it's original. It's a difference. TR-8s sounds like more digital, in my opinion. So it's the same. I have the TB-03 and I have had TB-303, and I think the difference is great. It sounds good, and in production I think it's not terrible, but for me I hear it and it's not the same feeling like the original. Yeah. So I play it just a little bit around, and so does not the sound warmer. Yes, that's right. Salt Martinez for 3. I don't like it all that. Yeah, that's a problem. I have had TB-303, I have TD-3 from Behringer, and TB-03 from Roland. That sounds both good for the price, but not like the same. To play around with it, it's okay. I like hardware very much, but the most production that I do is only with software. Some sounds I sample by myself because it's warmer, it's original. From my virus or from my synthesizers, that sounds better. Yeah. Oh, I can do it louder a little bit, so we can hear the fun. So now I have here a compression bass lower extender that has a long attack and short release time, and you hear more punch in the sound. Do it off. Yeah. And here you hear the punch. I can do it only with the bass drum, so you can hear the difference. It's a little bit So I have here a Gssl Compressor from Steda Electronics. I can show you here. It's a little bit careless on my table, but I want to show you this compressor. Yep, the white one. This is a Gssl compressor from Steda Electronics. It's also a do-it-yourself project. The case is from Don Audio, I think. I'm not sure. I've built it 1 or 2 months before and it sounds beautiful. And I've built it for the line compression of the SR-909 and it sounds beautiful. Yeah, so you have seen it. And it sounds very better as hardware. It's a complete analog line compression. That's great. It's very great. So give me here. In my last production, I have had a so great compression setting. I don't know. Schade. Okay, that's the compressor. I like this view of the compressor. But you can see more, you have more control over it. I like this. Why I don't hear some effects? I don't know. Okay, egal. Yeah. So for all people who are new, you hear the sound of the Steda Electronics SR-909. You can see in the background. I switch it here and you see it here, the baby. So, and they have a little bit overdrive. I switch it off. No drive. Great. So, but a little bit saturation sounds good. You must know I have switched 1 month before from Reason to Ableton Live, and because the price politic from Reason Studios is not acceptable for me, and then I have switched to Ableton, and at the moment I must search every time for the plugins or for the effects, and yeah. I can search for it. Saturation. It's on for vocal. Oh yeah. That's not nice. Here's saturator. Better. Yeah. And here you hear the typical sound that you can make in the for techno or for great club sounds, and you see that the compressor make weird shit here. So, and here we can switch in the snare drums, hi-hats. From my SR-909 with a saturator there behind there. That's great. So at the moment I trigger the SR-909 over my TR-8s sequencer. Normally it's the same, it's a little bit easier to program it over the TR-8s, but the sequencer of the SR-909, you hear it, I have problem to spell it SR-909, not TR-909. It's, for me it's the same. I have had the first TR-909 in 20 years before, around about the 2000, and yes, it's great. But I have sold it, yeah, 7 years ago, 10 years ago, at the birth from my girl, my first children. And it's nice, very nice. I mean, hear it. Sound. So that you see, you hear the SR. Here I can put down all instruments. It's only the SR-909. I only have to program it here over the TR-8s. Yeah, so nice. I can do it the whole night long. Great. Sounds so great, and I think Steda has made a so great job. The build was very easy, the housing is great, the knobs are great, the buttons are great. I love it. I love it. I don't know that I would build a second one when I have the chance for it, because it was hard with this many parts, and I don't spend some time on it. I want to receive it and build it, and build it to the end. It's very hard. Yeah, but Steda, or Stanislav from Steda, that has built this great project, has supported me in some questions in many times too deep in the night. It was very great. So, and I was so thankful for it. And yeah, the full set costs $909. Exclusive shipment. That's great. Yeah, and yeah, you can see the difference beside of a TR-909. I like it very well. I press play. Then let us put a little bit more effects. So, okay, let us program a pattern here. In what form modus I'm now? I don't know. I think it's a SR or the original operating system from the TR-909 that works in the SR-909. Have a problem when I am in program modus and press play on the TR-8s and they play the sounds and all stuff around it. Or I am in a modus that I don't understand at the moment. That's also possible. But no, they don't react. Okay, so I switched new on. And we program a pattern here. Hey, come on. Pattern 5, I think that's good. So, but not that you say, hey, that's you don't use the original sequencer, blah blah. But first, I use accent, the total accent, standard 4 on the floor. Now we set the bass drum. Yes, baby. Tempo 120. 130, yes. Oh, I like it so. You heard this is distortion. Oh, great. Effect. Yeah, I think that's enough. We have played 1 hour. Can hear it in the background part with full effects. Yeah, SR-909, I can told you that's a very great do-it-yourself project. Yeah, when you have questions about it, you can ask Stanislav at the Steda Electronics homepage or write him an email or write him a Facebook message. And when you have questions, I built a SR-909 help page. She's a help page. You can find it under sr909.de or sr-909.de. So thank you for have fun with me, and I hope you can see, yes, the SR-909 is also a great instrument and it sounds like the same as the TR-909. Okay. So I wish you a good evening and thank you for watching my video. I hope you have fun and please give me a like and give me my channel a abo, and you can see more videos from me and my builds or whatever. Yeah, and have a good night.